Hello boys and girls, I hope there's at least one girl watching. This is Daniel, ShowOfForce, recording a video today about the good life, about your good life and how to get to it through this cool, crazy thing we call online poker. Because first of all, the times we are living in now are very uncertain. A recession is looming. No investment looks safe, unfortunately for me especially. And in contrast, I've always seen poker as a good way to make money in these periods of like a recession. Because if you think about it, you sit down, you play, you win money, you enjoy the rest of your day, repeat, use the money you earn to like invest and set up a good life, and you're done. Easy. Okay, it's simple, not easy, it's simple. Okay. And this is why we are making this video here. To make the poker dream easier to attain for you, I have combined all my experience, all my friends' experience, students' experience, everything I've seen about like getting successful at poker, trying to compress it in one video. And I put everything in like 6 keys, and all of them are very important and all of them can have their own video, but I wanted to have this reference video to like compress everything down and have yourself review and reflect through these keys we're gonna talk about. So let's get this going. The first one here is, and we have to do this first, it's the single-minded focus. Have a single-minded focus, which means build your whole life around poker. Build your life, build your day around when it's time to play poker, you are ready to perform at your best. You want to think of yourself as an athlete, not a 9-to-5 slave. That was kind of harsh, sorry. Have your nutrition on point, do like regular exercise. And most importantly, 8-9 hours of sleep. Very important here. I'm emphasizing this. I know you know this, but I am emphasizing this because I know for myself it makes like a few BB difference in my results if I sleep well or not in that day. And when it comes to improving, instead of spending, I don't know, like 12 hours a day on poker, make it easier for yourself, set it up so you can actually sustain this pace. It's enough. Do like 6 hours of intense focus, at most 6 hours of intense focus for the day, and take the rest of the day for active rest, which means having walks, exercising, doing stuff around the house, just like daydreaming. Have that time to let your subconscious work on your problems, on your poker problems for the day, and solve the issues, the problems that your conscious mind could not solve. This is not some woo-woo shit. So many times when I'm fully immersed in poker, I get these like amazing ideas when I'm just doing stuff around the house, unrelated stuff, just like taking walks and whatever. I just like write it down and then I develop it, and that's it. This definitely works, trust me. The second key is quality over quantity. If there's like one difference I've seen from low-stakes guys to like the nosebleeds crushers, it's their approach to playing their sessions. I would describe this as playing deep versus playing wide. Playing wide is what the low-stakes guys are doing. They're autopiloting. They are doing a lot of these like standard plays. There is no standard play. Because they're not looking to exploit, they're not trying to find every edge, they're not thinking their decisions through, they're playing too many tables that they cannot go deep in each decision to make the best decision possible. They are just copying solver outputs. They're not really thinking like, hey, why am I even doing this play? They cannot really answer that. Contrast that to high stakes players who they play deep. What does this mean? They, like the GTO solution, the solver output is only part of their thought process. They are thinking about managing their range. They're thinking about range versus range interactions. They're looking at sizing tells. They're looking at timing tells. They think about the reads they have on this player. They're thinking about population reads. they are usually not playing that many tables, usually like 4, 5, maybe 6 tables, but usually like 4 tables max focus. They have 0 distractions. Whereas, I don't know, maybe some low stakes guys just like music, videos. Come on. I know. I've been there. I know. Shift your approach to like quality and going deep instead of like surface level in terms of playing and thinking about poker. The third key here, West Side, is learn to love improving. Improving is part of the game. You cannot stop improving. A lot of players have fallen off, that they stopped working on their game. So let's get that one out of the way as well. You have to find a way to love improving. You have solvers, you have GTO trainers, you have training videos, you have talking to friends, you have analyzing high stakes players, like good players in your pool maybe. And you don't have to do the ones that you hate doing. The idea is like finding the ones you naturally enjoy doing and that also work, are effective, that you enjoy doing, and doing more of that, because that's how you are sustainable and have longevity in your improvement. For example, I love solvers. I'm this like solver, like I'm this biggest solver nerd ever. I've worked with PioSolver since the day it came out. I probably have like 7,000 hours, over 7,000 hours or something in PioSolver at this point. And that's my thing. I really love solvers, figuring out poker through solvers. But that's who I am. You don't have to do that, for example, if you don't resonate with it. You can learn from someone who's obsessed with solvers. I've had students like that. Or for example, my friend MMA Sherdog, I've seen like he also does solver stuff, but he improves by studying other players, by constantly looking, okay, what are the top players doing? What can I implement in my game? And he's always improved like that. He's always in the 2+2 high stakes threads, getting read on his opponents as well, but also learning new plays, new concepts through studying others. So there is no one way. That's why I would say take a few moments, reflect on what style you enjoy the most so you can move forward on this. The fourth key here is discuss poker with others. Have poker friends. This is important from many perspectives, but obviously the first one is look to test your thought process by externalizing it. Expose your biases. When you have to argue why you did something in a hand, it makes it more clear. Bring reason to it and leave your ego aside. Be able to deconstruct the play. The idea is not to be right, the idea is to improve. That's important. So just be vulnerable and have a poker crew, have a poker friend or more to discuss the game with. And this also, having poker friends, being part of a community. By the way, if you want to join a poker community full of passionate people, I've actually built quite a big community now in my Discord. I'm gonna drop the link below. But the idea here is also for your mental health, because society kind of rejects poker. And when you're part of a community, when you have poker friends, poker becomes normal to your brain. When I went to Brazil to meet other poker players, have a good life there, enjoy. It made poker very real for me. It made poker like, hey, actually this is cool. Playing poker is actually cool and normal, and made me appreciate poker more. So for like your mental health, have poker friends and immerse yourself in a world where, hey, actually playing poker is kind of cool and it's normal. A quick tip on making poker friends: try to add value first. Don't ask amazingly annoying questions, a ton of questions. Try to add value. Think about like how you can help that other person you want to connect with. And it doesn't have to be poker necessarily. My high stakes coaches in Malta chose me to move in with them, probably because I was a cool guy. Just fun, just like, okay, like good to be around, and humble here. Just good to be around, amazing all-around person, just bad at poker. And yeah, maybe they just like saw some potential in me, and that was still enough for them to want me to move in with them. Number 5, the 5th key here to improving your poker is get more out of your solver work. I know everyone is doing solver work nowadays, but what most people fail to understand is the solver itself is training you to be defensive. Solver, the GTO in the solver is about not being exploited. So it's like a defensive strategy. But is your opponent, who is probably mass tabling, watching porn on the side, is he gonna exploit you? Really? Just stop. He won't. This paranoia of, oh, I cannot do this because I can be exploited. I know what he has, or I know what's the play here, but I'm afraid. And like, no. Use that solver work to find ways to attack and exploit others. Use it at time to find ideas for attacking other players. Look for possible exploits. What GTO reaction is counterintuitive to other players and they will fuck it up. That's an idea you can attack there. So shift your solver work from defensive to offensive. That's the 5th key. 6th and final key is get coaching. I'm leaving this key for last because there are some players who don't need coaching, who they can do all of the above, the previous 5 things, and they can do pretty well and keep progressing. But if you don't have the results you want, if you feel stuck, if you feel you're not progressing fast enough, I would say probably it's time to look into coaching. I know that because I've been stuck at NL 100 for probably like 3 to 4 years. I was very stubborn. And even though I was working hard, I was just not getting anywhere. And the thing that changed everything for me was getting coaching from my now friend, MMA Sherdog, who I knew even then was a established high stakes reg. I trusted him and trusted his game. It took such a long time because I saw coaching, instead of seeing it as an investment, I saw it as an expense. I had this pleb mindset. I did not see it as, okay, I'm investing this amount of money. How long till I get my investment back? After my investment is done and I got it back, with the skills I have, how much more money am I making? So that like I'm actually getting a very good ROI on my investment. I did not see things like that. I was a pleb, spent 3 years stuck. Don't do this. The idea is to find someone who is where you want to be with your game, playing the games you want to play. Because he can give you clarity on what to work on, open your eyes to concepts you did not even know about, save you a lot of headaches and wasted hours, days, or months. I don't want to say years like me. I know finding a good coach is not that easy. So I can give you a bit of like extra tips here from my experience. First thing is, being a good player is important, but not all good players are also good at teaching. Especially these like intuitive players who have a talent for poker. They're not that good at theory and externalizing what they are thinking. Find someone who you resonate with, his approach and his style, so you can absorb his paradigm of the game easier. And lastly is like, you need to trust him as a person. Trust trust his abilities. Your brain can absorb the information better. You don't like doubt everything. You are there with an open mind and you're ready to receive. And I can personally vouch for coaching as one of the keys here, because again, I am talking from my experience and what worked for me, but even more on this specific point, I've also seen a lot of transformations for my students, and I've seen the power of coaching when the student is ready, when the student is like ready to work hard and implement all of that of the stuff, and again when the coach and the student are aligned well. All right, these were the 6 keys. I hope you found value in them. And at the end of the day, we are talking here about beyond all the GTO and concepts. We're talking about living a better life, a life of freedom, independence, and doing that through poker. That's why we are here, and that's what I still see possible in so many people. I see it all around me. A lot of people are doing this. I know it's possible. So I would say, as an action point here for you, reflect on these 6 keys and think where you can improve. Are you lacking in any area? Are you lacking in some of them? How can they help you live the life you envision through poker, online poker? And if coaching is one of the areas you are interested in, I've recently opened up my specialized coaching program to the public. I've been working on my methods here for like over 7 years. I've worked with over 100 students. I've seen many transformations. If you want to like your own roadmap and a framework for improving, I'm gonna drop a link down below. You can check that out. And that's been it for today. I will probably also drop the article link in the description so you can come back to all of these points and reflect on your game, reflect on your life, where you want to go with poker, and see in which of these 6 areas you can improve. And that's it for today. If you like these concepts, this type of content, this was more like general framework, how to improve, how to get a better life through poker, how to improve your results. If you like this, or you want me to expand on one of the topics, because every one of these topics can have their own video easily, let me know below. Other than that, like this video, subscribe to get here in the loop, get in the mix. And that's it. We're done. Enjoy the rest of your day. This has been Daniel, ShowOfForce. Peace out.
Yeah, it's the pokers. I play it every day. Got the sturdiest chip stacks from tourneys to 6 max. Hate us for nothing. Straight flush or bluffing. Please believe I'll be caking and crushing. Yeah, it's the pokers. I play it every day. Got the sturdiest chip stacks from tourneys to 6 max.